think I became an artist to rebel against my father. Though my father was an artist, he was a singer. He was a big singer, actually. I was born in the Philippines. That's where I was made. My mom was in the Navy, and she met my father down there. And I can just remember a time he was trying to teach me to sing, and I didn't understand how he was trying to teach me, and it just made me so uncomfortable that I just went ahead and said, you know what, fuck singing, fuck music. And I think I went ahead and became an artist just to spite him. When we lived in the Valley, I went to this school, and they shipped all these African American students in from downtown LA to this school in the Valley because the schools were too thick. And I was breakdancing during the time, so I met some of these kids, and they were showing me their graffiti art and their graffiti letters and their tagging styles, and it just took me back. Like, I totally wanted to understand it, I totally wanted to know how to do it, and I felt since I was a breakdancer, I should be knowing about those kinds of things anyway. That's when I first did my first throw-ups in the morning, because I couldn't do it late at night because I couldn't go out. So I woke up as early as I could, and I went out and did my first ball. But it wasn't until 3 years ago that stencils finally hit me like a ton of bricks. Multi-layer stencil is pretty much a stencil that has taken on a few different colors to explain the design. It adds a little complexity to the piece, and it also gives the piece a little more to look at. It's technical, but usually the extra work makes the piece look really good and beautiful in the end. I just recently started getting into multi-layer stenciling because I've been wanting to express myself in more than one color and also show skill and, you know, pretty much to show off. Everything that I do is done by my hand. Even if I'm going to trace something, it's going to be done by my hand. I really, it's part of my pride that I'm doing the work by hand, to tell you the truth. Like, I really appreciate hand-drawn work, especially in today's society where everything's done with computers. People use computers like it's a crutch. And I believe that, like, you know, manual skill still has some meaning around here. Stencils reflect society. Like, in this society, there's repetition and imagery all over the place. In today's society, everything's fast, quick, in a hurry, and even though the process of making the stencils isn't fast, the process of applying them is. And they're perfect for urban art. You know, I really believe there's a connection there between the public and the art. You know, I really believe that the studio artist alienates himself from the public. You know, you don't see how the process is done. The artist agonizes and does everything he does behind closed doors, and the urban artist does it on the street. Yeah. We do a couple. The tiki head came from, in the beginning, I didn't want to have a name, and I just wanted to have a symbol. And, you know, nobody really understood how the tiki heads got on Easter Island, and so I figured, you know, nobody will understand how the tiki heads are going to get around LA, you know. So that was my first motivation, and plus I just wanted an iconic figure. The tiki head for me is very iconic, just as it is for the Rapa Nui tribe on Easter Island. Like, first of all, the tiki heads are above, so they're looking down. The ones that made it to place are looking away from the ocean because it's symbolic to say that they don't care what's going on the other side. And I really feel the same way. I really don't like to have a lot of influence from other artists on me.
We're gonna pour with this.
Watch your hair.
It's cool. I'm all 6'10".
Alright. Okay, let's bring it to the wood so that stuff doesn't get lost. That was pretty close. Really good flawless run. Awesome. Word. In this society today, we have a standard that was taught to us by the art schools and by the Greeks, and it's the standard that says what art is, what goes in galleries, and what's considered real art. And I say to hell with all that. That's why I bring my work to the people, and I do what I want to do without them, without their standard, without their approval, and I'm getting a good response, I love what I'm doing, and I love that it's political against the whole standard that says what art's supposed to be. By not limiting oneself to any single medium, one is left with an open mind and room for growth. Being an artist means taking risks. This manifests itself in the process by which urban landscaping is conducted. The urban landscapist risks physical injury and personal freedom in the line of duty. Most believe there is an art war in the urban streets, but I disagree. The city is an urban gallery for creating and displaying art without the need for a traditional Western European standard. The end result should be work untouched by the buff due to public acceptance gained by the artist's efforts. Urban landscape specialist Tiki Jay One. Peace.